The Magicians, Left for Dead by Rachel Lawson. The air was strongly scented with eucalyptus from the overhanging trees. It blew in the face of Dr. Blake Alexander as he cycled down a mountain forest road somewhere in the Dandenong Ranges, enjoying the day. It was magical in the forest. The breeze was invigorating and highly scented. The sun illuminated the forest in patches, looking breathtaking, and the roadside was lush with grass and trees and brush. Blake was enchanted by this place every time he saw it. He barely noticed, but he did notice the black 4WD swerving toward him and knocking him off his bike and the road over a ridge and back up and squeal away, leaving him for dead. Blake fell tumbling down, hitting his head badly on a rock and knocking him out. He was mortally injured and would die. He knew if he was not seen by a doctor. He knew it would be most unlikely that he would be found alive. He died alone and unseen in the forest. Lancelot, oh for God's sake boy, wake up, his son heard as he woke up violently as a grim reaper shook him awake in his home. What is it, Dad? Said his son, yawning. I need you, said the grim reaper. What do you want? Asked his son, not caring. I am dying and I need you, said the reaper. What's new? Scoffed Lance. I was in a hit and run. I will be found dead in the forest if I am ever found, said the reaper, who was Blake's soul. Why didn't you tell me that before, you old windbag? Did you see who hit you? Asked Lance. Yes, for God's sake boy, will you come and save me? I need to go to the hospital. The driver can go to hell for all I care. I'm dying, said Blake's soul. I'll get my keys, Lance said. Keys? You idiot, we don't need a car. You are trying to kill me. We're sorcerers, shouted the reaper. A dark portal appeared out of nowhere. They walked into it. They appeared next to where Blake had fallen. He'd stopped bleeding as he'd died when his soul left him. You're an owl? Said Lance, disgusted. A what? Said the reaper. Old man in lycra, said Lance, disturbed seeing his dad in a lycra cycling outfit. I don't look old. I was cycling, said the reaper, insulted. You are 1000 and something, said Lance. His dad looked 25. He wasn't human, obviously. Call for help, said the reaper. Lance shouted, help, and said, okay, now what? Oh, for God's sake, do I have to do everything? Said the reaper, taking Blake's mobile phone, which was lying in his blood. He dialed up the hospital where he worked. Hello, said the reaper to the phone. Hello, Dr. Death, you are not needed. No one has died today at the hospital. It's strange. Enjoy your day off, said the orderly Jack Taylor, corner Dr. Alexander's bane at the hospital, who sent him to tell people their relatives were dead. Jack, I need, said the reaper. Jack had hung up. I hate that guy. Lance laughed. Get help, you sadist. Do you want your father to die? Trust a serial killer, shouted the reaper. I'm not a serial anything, snapped Lance. Lance was an assassin of fate, seen as a serial killer by the police. Don't tempt me, you serial pain in the arse, Blake said, only to stop talking when he saw the last man he expected to see. Dante, said the reaper, seeing his assistant coroner Dr. Dante Drax holding a medical kit. Are we sure we want to bring that thing back? Said Dante, chuckling. He had a reaper soul like Lance and Blake. Very funny, Dante, lied Blake, obviously. How can I save you if you aren't in you? Said Dante. How did you know I needed help? Asked the reaper. Lance called me and told me you needed a doctor, said Dante. The reaper looked at Lance. When did you have time to call him? Asked the reaper. We're sorcerers, Lance said. I use telepathy. Go back in your body, Mortimer, so I can help you, said Dante. The reaper's soul returned to his body and he resumed bleeding and living, and they took him to the hospital where he got better. Blake told the police about the hit and run. They found the car's number plate near the place where the hit and run happened. The driver hated cyclists. He'd tried to kill Blake. He went to jail for dangerous driving and trying to kill Blake, among other things, and that was not for as long as Blake's friends and family thought he should have been locked up for.
they left me for dead. No one will find me here till I'm dead. Why did they drive off, leaving me here to die? I was left for dead. I was left for dead. I was left to die. I was here to lie. I was left for dead. I was left for dead. I was left to die. I was left here to lie. I was left to die. I was left to die alone. I was left for dead. I was left for dead. I was left to die. I was here to lie. I was left for dead. I was left for dead. I was left to die. I was left here to lie. I was left to die. I was left to die alone. Why I was left to die? I was wondering, will I ever be found? I was hurt, scared, and alone. I was left to die. I was scared and alone to die.